So I would say our team goals for the year, obviously get back into the playoffs, but hopefully finish higher up. I think our goal this year is to finish fourth or fifth in the conference and hopefully get like home field for the first round, and then maybe if we play really well, advance to the finals. But I would say our goal as a team is to make it to the semis this year. Yeah, so I would say the comparison from last year to this year, I would say, is pretty similar level-wise. But coming in, I was definitely more surprised at the gaps in between the teams, from the first place team to the worst place team. And as you get higher up, teams, it's more the depth of the teams instead of just one or two good guys. There's 5 good players, so that's what makes it really tough to win 4 matches. I would say the biggest thing is you just kind of know what to expect. You come in first year and you don't really know the teams. You don't know who you're playing, who's good, who's not. And as I think most people would agree, it's totally different than high school tennis. So just knowing what to expect and not being nervous every match, I think that'll be a big boost. Well, obviously, the 4 seniors last year, they were the backbone of the team. They kind of showed us the way. They were the clear leaders on this team. And this year we don't have captains, so it's kind of just whoever's there that day, contributing, bringing the team together, stuff like that. And again, there's not one person who, is the leader of the team. It's kind of different guys who are good at different things, and together I think we gel really well. Yeah, so obviously, we got 3 new freshmen, Juan, Luke, and Vince. All of them should be in our starting lineup. So it makes our jobs a little tougher to keep our spots, kind of keeps us on edge, always, going 100%. Giving it all so that we don't get bumped down. And then obviously Sam, the transfer junior, he's a really good player. So it's really nice to have him on the team just to give us more depth. Yeah, obviously this weekend will be kind of work out the kinks. It's the first match in a while. We're kind of figure out doubles teams, singles lineups. We're playing Wheaton, so it should be a pretty good match. But just looking forward to kind of ease into the season and get better each match.
So I've been around a few years now, and the first year I was here, we weren't able to make the playoffs, and last year we made it to the playoffs, but we're unable to win a round. So I think this year a big goal would be to win a playoff match and potentially make the semifinals. So yeah, we lost 4 seniors last year, and they were definitely great role models for us. They showed great sportsmanship and really taught us returning players a lot, and we hope to follow in the footsteps and have a great year. Coming to Stonehill, I've definitely improved a lot as a player. I didn't have a great season really my freshman year, but definitely improved a lot my sophomore year, practicing with great players who worked hard every day. And I just try to work hard every day at practice and set a good example for everyone else and just try to help everyone improve as much as possible. Yeah, it's really important having a balanced team with a lot of great players across the board in all the positions. And I think we have a really balanced lineup this year, and I think we could use that to our advantage and definitely pick up some points at the lower positions, and I think we just look really strong across the board. We have 4 new players this year. 2 of them are transferring and 2 freshmen, and they're really helping to fill in for those who we are missing from last year, and they're going to step right up into starting positions at the top of the lineup, and it's really going to be huge for us going forward, and is helping our team look for a strong start to the year. We had a great start to the season in the fall. We went 3-0 in team matches, and I think that's going to help us build some confidence going forward, and also got a lot of good tournament experience. We played at the U.S. Open in New York at the ITAs, and we got to play some great players there, and that was a good experience for all of us, and hopefully we'll be able to build on that for the spring season. Going to ITAs in New York was a great experience. I mean, there's nothing like playing under the U.S. Open lights, like courts you've watched as a kid, and it was a really cool experience, and I think we all enjoyed that trip a lot.
Yeah, this year our goal is to, get back to where we were last year. In the preseason poll, they picked us to finish out of the conference championships, and we were able to, prove them wrong and get in. And we have 4 seniors who were the core of our team for the last 4 years, who did a majority of the playing for us, and all the success that we had over the last 4 years was centered on their efforts. And so we had a pretty tall order coming in this year, and we were lucky enough to bring in 4 players, 2 freshmen and 2 transfers who I think are going to be more than adequate replacements for those guys that graduated. and we hope to get into the tournament again, in the conference tournament, and get a higher seed than we did last year, so that we've got a better chance of advancing. This year the league is very deep. It's as strong as it's ever been. But if you look at the coaches poll that just came out yesterday, there are 2 clear teams that are favored to win, and then there's a group of 5 that are pretty tightly compacted together, and it's going to be a real battle amongst those 5 to see, who gets in and where they end up seated. So that's our goal, is to, make the tournament and get the highest possible seed we can. Yeah, we expect them to, to contribute this year. Aaron has been a very consistent performer for us, very hardworking. He gives you everything you possibly could want in an effort out there. Very happy with his progress. He works very hard to come back in better condition and is a better player from one year to the next, and I think he has again this year. Manu has battled some injuries, so we're hoping to get him back. He seems to be, pretty healthy right now, but he's a little under tennis because he didn't have much of a fall at all. He had tennis elbow and didn't really play much at all in the fall. So hopefully, he'll get back to where, he can contribute, and looking forward to those guys contributing. Trent Newman and Russell White are sophomores. They bring a lot to the table. They're very talented players. We hope that they will be, one of the mainstays of our core group again as we go forward, and I expect a lot from them. And I think they're focused. I think they're ready to have good campaigns that will be, I think, pivotal to how we do. Yeah, I think this group is as deep as I've had in recent years, and they are going to push each other, and they have already started to do it. And I think that can only benefit us. That healthy competition within the lineup itself is only going to get each of them to reach deeper and go further with their effort. Yeah. Yeah, Samuel, got a great year of experience under his belt at St. Francis, playing high-level competition, so he learned a lot and gained a lot of, I think, valuable on-court experience against very high-level competition. That's only going to serve him well at this level. And Vince played at West Liberty in Virginia and was second-team all-conference, I think, at the number 3 single spot. So, he had a pretty good first-year campaign, and I think he's going to help solidify, the middle of our lineup. Yeah, they, they both trained at IMG, so they have, good fundamental games. Their skill sets are, solid, and they should adapt pretty well to the team format. We didn't have that many matches in the fall, but what I saw of them, I was pretty pleased with their settling in to playing, against college competition. So, it's pretty early still for them, but overall, they're doing fine. Alex Lazowski and Joey Conrad, they come to practice every day and they give a great effort. I never feel like I'm pairing somebody, against weaker competition. They're right there with everybody. Their level is really good, and they work hard. And they'll both hopefully have an opportunity to contribute. Joey, I think, is going to have a chance pretty early on to play some doubles, and that's, what he's well suited for. He's got a pretty solid service game, and he's very athletic, and he covers the court really well. He's fast. So, everybody's going to be counted on to bring something to our effort this year. It's an advantage for us that, because invariably somebody's going to get hurt and somebody's going to have to step in, and, there's not going to be much of a drop-off when it comes time for that. So, yeah, that's something that we haven't always had the luxury of having. you know, and I think we have it this year.